Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Jump out of my bed like where that bread. You go hold the egg. Waiter, bring the check. When we talk, we collision cars. Keep us in your thoughts. Fully dressed at the crack of dawn. Weapons heading off. I can hear them from the block. See them creeping through the fog. Season's greetings, graffiti season can start. Oh my God. Look alive. Looking like I live life on a crooked line. Doing fine. You want maximum stupid? I am the guy.
First of all, fuck the fucking law. We is fucking raw. Stay top. Oysters on the hash jail. Switch it ball. Like a bitch. And the pussy kid. Still fuck the raw. I'm a dog. I'm a dirty dog. Ha 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 ha. Oh, dirty bastard. Go and get y'all. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Got the simmy in the himmy. Go and gimme, y'all. Pugilistic, my linguistics are J. Ruder damage, y'all. And I rap it pornographic. He set up the camera, raw.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. 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 You covered disruption, I got you covered. I'm busting. My brother's a runner, he crushing. It's no discussion. I used to be muskin', I wasn't supposed to be nothing. Y'all fuckers corrupted and up to something disgusting. My pockets are plump for this season, I love the couple. I'm afraid of nothing but nothingness, ain't it something? Warmongers are dumping, a point and click at you pumpkin.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. First episode actually.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, yeah, it felt a little weird.
Yeah, doing a nice little rebrand,
Yeah.
switching things up, trying to go in a different direction. Be a little more in depth with topics. Just an all around rebrand.
Yeah.
So thought
Good things coming.
thought we start off the new episode with just us, and then slowly bring in new guests as the weeks go by. But how you doing today, Ray?
Doing good, man. It's been a minute since we've been here.
Yeah,
It
it's a
feels
lot.
it feels
It's a
good to be
lot of
back.
people here too.
Was it?
Is a lot more people than zero. Yeah.
Oh yeah, every time we came there's zero. Did you get all those questions at the front door? Oh no,
Yeah.
because you came behind me.
Yeah.
He's like, how many you want? You're gonna be inside or outside? I'm like, do I have to go inside to get the drink? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird seeing all these faces with lips because I'm used to seeing people with their mouth covered and stuff.
True.
But yeah, I'm still wearing my mask.
Have you gone out since stuff has reopened? I haven't.
I went to the mall just to walk around. I still had a mask on.
Man, you hit where people are. You went. You just
Yeah.
dived in, right?
It's crazy because it's not really that busy still. I think because of the stores, they're still not open, and then you have a lot of people that aren't going in yet either. So it's still kind of dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of stores weren't open, so you were just kind of.
Yeah, so it was mainly stores like Macy's, Forever 21. Not even a lot of food places were open. So it was kind of weird.
I heard those places doing like curbside.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like your clothes curbside. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it takes so much more time than just buying it yourself.
Yeah.
Like I bought something from James Avery on Mother's Day and it took like 2 hours and I was already in the front of the store to get the stuff. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. So getting into music, looks like Future dropped his album High Off Life. What'd you think about it?
I'm not a big Future fan at all, but I don't hate to do I think he wasted a lot of great beats in his career.
What?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't like his content, his music at all. Really, off this album, there was maybe 3 songs that have replay value. Nothing made a playlist.
Yeah.
Um, half more than half the album you just went through like wasn't memorable at all.
I would say his song with NBA Youngboy,
Mm-hmm.
that's the worst song on the album to me. Um they're just yelling. I don't think I like singing Future to that level. But he did have some songs on there that I really did like Touch the Sky, Solitary, Riding Strikers. That one was decent,
Which is
but
the one he's just flexing on.
that one it was either I think it was Touch the Sky. That
Mhm.
one was dope. That was my favorite one. And then I like the Solitaries one with Travis Scott.
Okay, yeah.
But and the Lil Uzi Verse song, that one wasn't my favorite either. And then Life is Good, the remix.
Yeah.
I thought the baby was okay, but it sounded like they're on two different two different points. You know, it
Yeah.
sounded like it was he sent them the song, he recorded it in a different type of studio and sent it back. It didn't really sound like they had
They
chemistry on
did it
that
at their
song.
home, man. Everyone had used their home studio.
Yeah, everybody that
I think
quarantine
Future has a
record-
better home studio than the Baby.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. But overall, it was a decent album.
What would you? Is there replay value in it?
Certain songs, yeah.
Did any songs make playlists?
Yeah, the two, the one with Travis Scott and
Mhm.
then the one before that one. Those two were
It's-
my favorite.
You know what's like? I was thinking about this last week after I heard the album. I kind of want a Travis Scott album.
I don't think I want one right now. He doesn't really sound like he's going in a different direction musically yet,
Yeah.
so I could wait on that.
Well, like, for me, like Astro was a good album, but y'all kind of hold it up like really high.
Astroworld is one of his best albums.
No, but no, look. So y'all hold it up really high. So, but for me, it wasn't that great. But I think his style's like really grown over me in the last 2 years with just features he's been doing.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, so give me something now. Like, I feel like he's gonna give me some Astro World, but also change it up a little bit to where he kind of tells you, yeah, I can do what I want.
yeah. I don't get that yet, and he's doing a lot of features, so it's not like I'm missing Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You know, so I can definitely wait on an album. Especially after Astroworld. I think he's still getting paid handsomely off of Astroworld and the success that it got.
Yeah, I think so. It just sucks this year with this whole COVID-19 stuff. A lot of albums are either gonna be pushed back to late this year or to 2021.
And it's weird because a lot of people are at home, and you would think you have more time to listen to music.
I definitely agree with you because like a lot of things I was reading, so we're expected to have a really good end of year when it comes to music, like a lot of drops, or everything waits till next year. But my thought process was, I don't understand with these home studios, the artist can't do their track, and then the producer works in their house. Like
Yeah,
everything can be melded these days.
right.
I don't know, but I guess they like being in the same room with each other
I don't
or
know.
something. But we're expect a lot of stuff coming late summer to end of the year. Like a lot of things got pushed back.
Yeah. So as far as Future, where do you rank him as far as his place in hip hop right now? Do you think he's a top tier artist?
No,
Really?
no, not at all. Like when you said rank him, I don't even have a ranking for him. He's just another artist to me.
Like for me, I don't look to listen to Future's music lyrically. It's more of like a vibe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I think what I said earlier, like, he has great beats. I think like I can listen to all his albums instrumentally, just
Yeah.
to beat wise. But when it comes to where I rank him, anything, I don't have rank him. He's just another artist.
Like, okay, so I put him in the category with artists like Young Thug, Gunner, all of those. Like, I want to say trap rap because it doesn't seem like he still does that, but he definitely does, you know?
No, I agree with you. He goes in that category.
Yeah,
But that category doesn't have ranking to me. No one really in that category is ranked high for me, or top tier rapper or top tier artist.
yeah. So,
Who's in that category that's a top tier artist to you?
like for trap rap,
Yeah,
I definitely the baby, Lil Baby. A lot of people like him, but he just hasn't grown on me, so I put him in there.
with his last album, you think the Baby's a top tier artist?
The baby,
Yeah,
yeah, he's the hottest artist out right now. Why wouldn't he be?
it doesn't. I mean, I'm not talking about accolades like how hot someone is, like
That's
if they're
got to
being.
factor in.
No, I'm talking about you personally, like how you see their music.
Yeah.
You think he's a top tier?
To me, yeah, compared to artists in that category like Lil Baby. I would
Okay, so
definitely
you're
put him
talking
above there.
about just top tiers within that category.
Yeah, just like the
Okay.
trap rap type category.
Okay,
Because
I
you
can
can't
see
put him
that.
in a lyrical category. You can't
I'll-
really.
I thought you were
know,
talking about like just the industry in general. He's a top tier artist.
even in the industry in general. I think he still is a top tier artist.
I think he's in right now.
he's
but
been in
he's not
since
gonna last.
Pluto.
He's
What are you
not gonna
talking
last a
about?
long time.
Future?
No, I thought you
Oh,
were about
the
the
baby.
baby. Yeah,
The baby. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, it would depend because if he switches his style up or tries a little more like different sounds and stuff, I could see him sticking.
especially the reception he got from his last album.
Yeah.
That did not help him like solidify his spot as a top tier artist right now.
Yeah, and then publicly, I think him beating people up isn't gonna help him either. So
One flow, one punch. and
yeah, but yeah, he's definitely up there right now. How do you feel about Wendy Williams dragging Future for having all those kids? Talking about he needs to stop.
there's nothing against it. I have nothing against that. Let him have as many kids as he wants, as long as he takes care of them, as long as he supports them.
Yeah,
Let him as long as he supports the kids,
Yeah,
because he's not taking care of anyone, like physically taking care of them.
yeah.
But if he financially supports the kids, I don't like, let him be him. Let him have his fun.
Like I don't even take it that far. I think like if him and the ladies, the fans, want to have a kid, I don't see a problem with that. You know,
Yeah.
like
How many does he have?
I think he's up like 7 or 8, maybe. He
Besides
almost
the catch
he
Phillip
almost got
Rivers.
10 chips. But yeah, I don't. I think like you shouldn't really judge somebody for having all those kids if they're both like consenting. You know,
Yeah.
I can see if he's like a doctor and planting sperm in people and just knocking them up without them knowing. But yeah, I don't see that with Future.
I mean, I'm guessing Wendy Williams only brought that up because of kind of what's going on with what Russell Wilson in Future.
Yeah, and I think he just had another kid and he was like denying it, and they had a
Oh yeah, I
paternity
saw that. I
test and
wonder
all
if
that
it's
stuff.
true. They said that the DNA test said he was the father, but he's
Yeah.
denying it.
Yeah. So it was like kind of around all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It ain't really.
I mean, for me, like I said, as long as he supports him, let him do whatever.
Yeah, as long as they're both yesing, then I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anyone that hooks up with him doesn't know he has 20 kids.
Yeah. It's like in the addendum that they signed. But yeah, and then you got 6ix9ine. He's back on the internet.
Bro, he needs to stop.
Straight in witness protection.
He had to move addresses already.
Yeah,
bro.
I saw that. So he switched it up twice. It got caught twice.
Yeah,
You listened to his song, right? Gooba?
yeah.
What did you think about it?
I didn't like it at all. I don't like that screaming. What he does.
He's one of the only artists that's doing that right now.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
I think it's different. I like the aggressive rap that he does, but you don't like anything about it?
Like, so this is kind of what you said with the Future. Like, it's a vibe,
Yeah.
but it's hard to vibe to that if like what he's saying just is I don't like I didn't like it at all.
How do you feel about him embracing snitching?
I think it's very comical, and I think this is all just for him to get streams and him to regain like his popularity and him to kind of keep his music career afloat.
Yeah. I think with him doing that, I think this is the realest 6ix9ine we've gotten since before he went to jail, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can't say he's not authentic. You can't say that he's being fake anymore. He's literally embracing everything that he did,
Yeah.
you know?
The freaking the rat head in the
Yeah,
video,
like,
like,
bro,
I was like,
And then he did the meme of a cartoon version of him sitting on like a
eating
rat trap.
cheese?
Yeah. Like,
Bruh.
bro, how do you stop that? He's like a souped up 50 Cent. Like, he can't be
Souped up
stopped,
50
you know?
Cent. But the one thing that he do needs to chill is that some people didn't even come at him. He's coming out a lot of people because he didn't get that #1 spot. And like he came at Ariana Grande because she
Yeah.
got the #1 spot. And like I've never seen Billboard, but Billboard
Yeah.
actually responded to him.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
They're like domestic views. So
Yeah.
like your views, you're like, what was it? More than a big percent of his streams were non-domestic. So
That's weird though, because he's at like last time I saw, it was like at 150 million views on YouTube. Do they
Yeah.
count YouTube yet? Do you know?
yeah. But they only count domestic views. So it
Yeah.
has to be within the country, and YouTube counts all views.
Yeah.
So they have to use their data that to say where they viewed it from. So like I'm pretty sure 6ix9ine's thing, I had 150 million, I'm #1. Nah, you have to break it down a little
Yeah.
bit.
I don't know. I've heard the Gooba song more than the Ariana Grande song with Justin Bieber.
Even he defended her. I was like, okay, what are you doing?
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then when Billboard came up, I was like, bro, you're getting, but that just says he's getting everyone's attention.
Yeah. He's like a souped up 50
Yeah.
Cent. Like, bruh.
Like, how many times does Billboard respond to you like on IG? Like,
Yeah. And then you got him calling Snoop a snitch. How do you feel about him snitching on the snitches? Well, alleged snitches at this point.
Did you see that freaking where he's eating? He's like, oh, one thing I miss is Friday night movies. Bruh.
I saw the one that I saw was he was sitting in front of the TV. I think it was popcorn.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
when,
was that Suge Knight? It looked
Yeah.
like a little Suge Knight.
and that's when he's like, I miss Friday night movies.
And he was talking about Snoop Dogg snitching, and that's the only reason why he wasn't doing time and stuff,
Yeah.
even with all those charges. And then Snoop Dogg, he kind of old. Like, did you see his response?
Yeah. He's like,
Rat Boy and all this shit.
He's getting I don't know, like he's getting an age. Like it was I forgot how long the video was,
Yeah,
but he repeated himself the whole video.
right.
Rap boy, rap boy. Like I was like,
I'm like,
you
it's
want to
Snoop-
say something else? He's like, I got time today. I'm like, you're just saying this. You got time. I
Everybody
noticed.
got time.
Like,
We in the house. Like, what are
right.
you talking about?
He's like, last time I didn't have today. I got time today, rap boy. I was like, but he said that like 10 times.
Yeah.
I was like, are you gonna have another like comment?
Right.
Just,
And then at the end of the day, it's like old Snoop. Like,
Mhm.
is he really intimidating though? You know,
Snoop isn't intimidating anymore.
I don't. He got like Martha Stewart cooking shows. He got gray hair. He's super skinny. Like, bro, you're not meeting the qualifications to intimidate anybody.
No, I agree. I don't even Snoop's music in the last 10 years hasn't even been intimidating.
Yeah,
like,
he's put
compared to when
out
he first-
Bible albums.
Yeah.
He's put out reggae
Snoop
albums.
Lion,
Like he's living his best life right now. He's in retirement mode. I don't know what he plans to do as far as intimidating people. But and then you got him snitching on Gunner. That was out of nowhere.
he's switching everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
I what do you call it? We both did say though before he came out that his first song's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna want to see what it is.
Yeah.
Because even in the music groups we're in, everyone saw it. Everyone's all, I hate it, but the thing is, everyone gave him the view.
Right. But yeah, I think he's gonna do numbers even when he puts out his first album, even
Oh,
with
yeah.
the popularity that this song got. So yeah, I think he still can do numbers.
Especially if he's doing especially if he continues what he's doing on social media.
Yeah.
And then today I just got a notification that he's releasing a song with Nicki Minaj.
Right. So I don't know if I think that one's gonna be an old song that
Is
he
it?
recorded with her. I don't think it's a new song.
That still means she's agreeing to let it publish though.
I mean, if I pay you for a verse, isn't it really my song now? You know?
But
Are
you
you
know,
gonna give me my money back?
but remember we talked about this back, episodes ago. You can have multiple ways to do a collaboration. You can do a straight pay for the verse,
Yeah.
or you can do there's no money up front. You actually get paid per streams like they do. You get a portion of the streams.
Yeah. So you can't renege on that agreement. No,
Well, we don't even know what the agreement
nonetheless.
is. Well, I mean, regardless, it's coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't care. I mean,
I'm
gonna
not
listen
really
to it.
looking for it either.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm curious.
a Nicki verse doesn't really interest me these days.
No, it doesn't me either. But the only reason why I think it's going to be a new song is because I think he wants to keep up the trend he's doing. So if it's an old song and it doesn't have like some of the content he wants to deliver right now, it's not going to fit what he's doing on social media and everything.
I mean, his new song isn't really that much different from his old songs. Only the ending, I would think, is like where he switches it up a little bit.
I'm not talking about like what he does. I'm talking about like kind of like what he talked about, like the
Yeah.
sushi and all that.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that different to where you can't notice it's like
Older, you can
Yeah.
be able to know it's older or new.
I don't think so.
Unless it's an older song they haven't done the music video, so the music video is gonna like make it seem like it's fresh.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they did a music
Yeah.
video for it yet.
Man,
She probably ain't gonna be in that.
if it's about snitch or anything, and Nicki mentions like Meek for something about like talking about the ex, I
Yeah.
was like, nah, I'm just not gonna be with it.
Technically, that's snitching too. But yeah,
We're giving her ideas, man.
and then you got a lot of versus battles that are happening right now. I'm surprised at how popular they're going. Have you watched any yet?
Yes, I almost watch
Nelly?
I watch a lot of them, but not actually from the actual artists themselves.
Yeah,
Just because for some reason everyone has like Saturday at 6,
yeah.
and that's not a good time for me. But all these DJs like DJ Premier, Bun B, all of them are
Bun
actually
B?
yeah
He DJs?
yeah.
Huh.
A lot of them are actually doing battles with people they have an artist and they're doing it against other people.
Okay.
So I've been watching a lot of those because Bun B's been like on it lately. I think he goes live like almost every other night.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it like so are they performing the song in the versus battle? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they're like playing the songs.
And they're just like you're just looking at them listening to it,
Yeah,
basically.
so basically it's gonna be like just say there's 20 songs.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at like 20 rounds.
Okay.
So you're gonna play one song, and then so their first two songs, gonna see which one's better.
Who judges it though?
The people.
So is it like a live audience listening,
Yeah,
or they
these
just
are-
play
these are
it
live
and
on IG.
you hear it like the
Yeah.
okay,
That's why people were making fun of
Nelly,
Nelly and
yeah.
his internet connection because this is live.
bruh.
Bro, like I saw some of those clips, bro. Like,
They flamed him up. I saw
Yeah.
the memes.
did you see clips of it,
No,
bro? Like it's
I
Like-
heard Ludacris played a new song. He
bro.
has.
That shit was like AOL. Like he was, it was bad. And Luda's just there, kind of waiting.
yeah.
Like,
I knew. Did
like-
you have Luda or Nelly?
I had Luda.
I had Luda too.
Yeah,
I think the people that picked Nelly was for like sentimental reasons, or they're from St. Louis. You know,
yeah.
like I can't see how Ludacris doesn't have better like
It's-
knocks than Nelly.
On these verses, it's hard for me to actually go down and look at like people's hits.
Yeah,
For me, I'm just gonna go with the guy. We'll go with the artist that I mess with more, just because I know their music better. And I mean, so in like in real life, if I'll talk about it, I would defend that person in a versus battle because I listen to them more than the other person.
yeah,
I know their hits more. I know more about them.
yeah. And then there's rumblings of a Chris Brown versus Usher battle. Who do you got?
Honestly, I have Usher, and I don't even think it's as close as some people are putting it out there to be.
I'll pick Chris Brown. I think, like, if you think about it, Usher doesn't really have these mega hits like people are talking about. You got Confessions, you got Let It Burn, you got the one with Alicia Keys, and then like after each,
my God,
yeah, like really OMG, the
So-
techno song
yeah.
that's bigger than
So
Chris Brown.
you know
joint?
what? You know what helped me think Usher over Chris Brown? Have you seen those like Facebook videos that shows like someone's career? And there's like 8 minutes long,
Oh no,
and it's like 8 minutes long, but it's like 10 seconds of all their hits.
no, I don't got time.
You
for
haven't
that.
seen those?
No, I've
Well-
seen the memes where they show like the track list versus track list.
Yeah, so someone like made videos of like Usher, and it was like 10 seconds of each one of his hits.
Yeah,
So I'm like, oh man. So like once you listen to the hook again, you're like, oh, that hit.
I don't know. I would definitely pick Chris Brown. I think he has better hits, and they sound. I think they hold
Do you
up
think
over
he has
time.
more hits?
I think he does, and I think he has a variety of hits too. Usher's more R&B.
Yeah.
He has but that's more of a collaborative effort, you know.
I guess. I mean, I still take Usher over Chris Brown. I think Usher would be a really good. I think Justin Timberlake would be good against either one of them.
How many albums does Justin Timberlake have?
4. No, wait.
3.
4 or 5.
I don't think so.
4. It's 4.
No, I don't think Justin Timberlake should be in the mix.
Bro, he has a
Justin
lot of
Timberlake
hits.
maybe versus Justin Bieber. Justin versus Justin. That's a good promo.
I don't even think that would be close.
I think it would, but I wouldn't put him in there with Chris Brown or Usher.
I'll put him in there with Chris Brown. I think Usher would beat him, but I would put him in there with Chris Brown.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then who was the other one? Oh, the other potential one we were talking about is Drake versus Kanye West.
Yeah,
Who did you have?
Kanye West.
Okay, so you got Kanye. I picked Drake because I think Drake has like extremely more hits than Kanye West.
I think Kanye has bigger hits.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like what was his last big hit to you? You gotta look into the random air
because it
You know-
wasn't anything off Jesus King or Ye.
Yeah,
He didn't have any like mainstream hits.
Pablo maybe.
I mean, The Life of Pablo, he had Faded, that was a hit.
I like that one.
I mean, and I think it was a hit. It wasn't even hitting hard until he had the music video preview
that's,
on the
That's why I liked it.
the I forgot what award show, but that's the on there. And also the one about Jumpman jumping over Jordan or Adidas. What was it?
People like that snippet, but the song itself
Yeah.
isn't that great.
Well, I think off that album you have Faded.
Bro, that
Ultralight Beam was a hit. I don't think you'll play it.
Ultralight Beam is
It's
an
not a
intro.
hit.
That's
It's not a hit, but that was I think the biggest song off the album.
Ultralight Beams is a hit.
it's
Don't-
not a
don't-
hit.
It was the
It's a
biggest song
banger.
off the album.
Oh my god, it's a great song, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna
But
say
if you're
that.
talking about the album, that was
So
the
if you're
biggest
playing
one.
against Drake, you're really gonna put that in there?
Half of Drake's songs are mellow like that.
Okay,
That's the opener. That's a fire opener
Yeah.
right there.
exactly, because it's an intro.
Yeah, and
But
any Drake intro, that's nothing.
Drake's not gonna know what to do and not how to respond to that.
Drake would start with
He's like,
Legend. Like, what are we
man,
talking
Drake's
about?
be like, can't be Jesus. I can't do this."
Legend. Like, what are we talking about?
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, but like that's a good example. What you said, Drake can match that stuff.
Yes.
I'm talking about like the type of music. That's why it would be a good battle. But I think Kanye
Nah.
West will come on top.
I think it'll start dropping off after like 10 or 12. Is it normally 12 songs
But remember,
or
some of
20
these
songs?
20, but some of these people played collabs.
Okay.
So if Kanye
Yeah,
West,
Kanye got good collabs. though.
if Kanye starts bringing some Watch the Throne stuff,
Okay, Drake doesn't have good collabs. Like he gonna
No.
bring out all the trap
Really?
rap, bro.
even the stuff off the Good Friday,
I don't care about that.
off the Good Friday run,
I don't care about all that.
bro.
Yeah,
Some of those verses killed a Runaway,
after 12,
Runaway.
after 12 tracks, I think Drake's gonna take the lead.
Nah,
Yeah, I think definitely Drake.
you underestimate Kanye, bro.
Not really. Look at
So-
his career is definitely going in a different direction, but
It is, but
he's not really making. I don't think he's making music that we can vibe with. He's making more of like his own music.
No, he's making music we vibe with. They're just not hits. That's the difference.
I don't think
They vibe like,
no, he's making more music for himself. It seems like to me.
but you don't vibe to it though. Like you don't feel the music.
Not to
like-
where I'm
like
gonna
they're
be like,
not
oh, this,
mainstream.
not to where I'm
If-
gonna add it to a playlist.
If you only mess with mainstream, then I get it. But no, but Ye definitely had its place for it. What he talked about, especially Ghost Town. Ghost Town was an amazing song off Ye.
nah,
And then, but speaking of Ye,
The-
do you
the
see
7
that
song.
it's rumors that he's dropping an album next week?
that's cool. You think
It's
it's gonna be
called-
another gospel album?
It's called
Hopefully not.
what's it called?
Prayers.
No, God's Country.
Okay,
course it
it
is.
definitely sounds like a gospel album.
It does. God's, but if it's like gospel in the form of Jesus is King, then I'll be good with it.
I think at some point, if you can only put out so many gospel albums before they start sounding the same, even if you're Kanye West.
Well, I mean, he's not there yet though. He needs at least 3 gospel albums
he
to start
put out-
repeating himself.
He put out 2, and then the second one
Wait,
was
2? What was the second
the
gospel?
one with his choir, and they recycled his old songs.
How's that him? He's not even credited on there.
Okay, are you
It's
sure?
not him. Yes, it's
who-
Sunday service.
They didn't use his songs.
It's not even through his record label.
They didn't use his songs.
Half of them.
He don't get credit for using his songs.
That wasn't him. That was his choir.
I'm done.
Bruh, give them some light. Let them
I'm done.
shine.
But yeah,
Man, you're taking shine away from the choir, bro. That's mean.
after 2 albums,
Bruh,
you can't.
It's not 2 albums. It's 1 album. It wasn't
Nah.
even released under his record.
Oh, okay. So it was released under Shmosh Shmesh.
Look it up. It was like JVC or something. Not even under Good Music.
It was under Not Good Music Records. Like
Bruh.
what are we talking about?
I looked up rankings for Kanye West and Drake songs, and number 1 for Drake was Marvin's Room, and number 1 for
Ah.
Kanye was Runaway.
Get off of there.
Runaway.
God's Plan is above that song though. What are you looking
Bro,
at?
God's Plan's so overplayed.
Exactly.
It's so like done, bro.
And I
like,
don't even like God's Plan that much, and it
I
did
don't like
numbers.
it either.
You can't stop Drake. Marvin's
Oh.
Room though,
Bro,
that
get
was a
off.
mixtape.
Get off Drake already.
We're talking Drake versus Kanye West. What are you talking
No,
about?
like you just always like Drake everything.
I guess.
Number 2 was Hold On We're Going Home for Drake, and number 2 for Kanye was Flashing Lights.
Dude, that's 2 for 2 against Drake.
What are you talking about?
That song's 2 for 2. That's 2 Kanye would have won already.
Flashing lights over what?
Over Hold On We're Going Home.
No.
Yes.
The flashing light where it's like the lady singing in the background?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. What? Man.
Well, if you want 3 too, The Motto versus Jesus Walks.
Bruh.
Jesus
3 for
Walks. I
3.
would give Jesus Walks
3
over the
for
motto.
3.
I didn't really like the motto. I give it 2-1.
3
Drake.
for 3. And then if you bring in Lupe, we Can't Touch the Sky.
That's super mainstream. Like, what are you talking about?
4 for 4. Kanye's already like up on 5. It's already 6-0 right now from looking at.
4 for 4. He's up 6-0.
Yeah.
Great numbers. And then you got Bow Wow, breaking news. He's retiring and he's dropping his last album.
Who cares? Like I saw that. I'm like, why is this making the news? Like, who did? Obviously, he had to insert it in some type of interview, or if they asked him, they were paid to ask. Because who was gonna ask Bow Wow, when's your next album and are you retired or like are you done with music?
I think it's a great question. Do you think the game is going to take a pause for Bow Wow, like a moment of silence?
Nah,
Really?
his career's been over for a minute, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think
When was his last album that you heard?
my last favorite Bow Wow album or mixtape was, I think, the one Green Light District or Green Light or whatever.
What year was that?
It was a while ago. I think I was in like high school still.
That's
Yeah.
not a while ago. That's
Yeah, it
When
was.
was his last album?
I don't know, but who do you think will be good as far as a Bow Wow versus battle? I think he's in his own lane too. You can't say Romeo.
Well, true, because Romeo hasn't done anything.
Exactly. You can't say Omarion because Omarion I don't think is
No.
comparable to Bow Wow. Soldier Boy, maybe?
Mhm. His last album was 2009.
That was high school. I
Yeah,
graduated.
New Jack City too.
Yeah, I didn't. That was a dud. So Soldier Boy versus Bow Wow, would that be like the closest? So,
If you're talking about people that are in the game for
who has
in the 2000s that kind of were big with that type of music, yeah,
he has the catalog, I think, to go against Bow Wow.
I can see that. I would think Soldier Boy wins.
I think it'll be a quick battle, but maybe 12 songs.
They're like, all right, we gotta play hits, so it can't be 20.
Like LOL Smiley Face. I think he'd lose if he played that song. Fresh as I'm Is was dope.
Yeah.
I would take Bow Wow on that one. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting if they did a versus
It'll be
with
a
them
quick
too.
10 songs.
Yeah.
What about Neo?
Nah.
Versus Bow Wow?
That's not
Nah,
comparable.
Neo. I say Neo easily wins.
That's,
And Neo can't easily win against most, but he would easily win against Bow Wow.
I think Neo, since his arm, that's like if we're talking, that's apples and oranges though. I think
Yeah.
Neo is comparable to like the Dream because they
You think
both
so?
write music and they both have like that type of. They can't. I guess they could sing,
You know,
but it's not really
but
their voice.
you know what about Neo? I don't know what he's been doing musically, but he's a good actor. He's
I don't
he's
know.
on that YouTube series, Step Up.
Why are you watching YouTube? Like
I have
Netflix
YouTube Prime.
Is
I
that
have
is,
YouTube
is that the
Prime.
dancing show?
that's a terrible flex.
Yeah,
He's
he's
on-
on there, and he plays a pretty good role.
Why are you watching that?
What else are we supposed to watch?
Is there zero shows to watch other than
Because I started watching because I saw Cobra Kai. That's on YouTube.
damn?
Cobra Kai is an amazing show. You haven't seen Cobra Kai?
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, and it's on YouTube, and that was a recommended. I'm like, oh, Neil's in the cover. Let me see.
He was in that show
He's one of the main actors. Yeah.
in Cobra Kai.
No, in Step
Oh.
Up, he's one of the main actors in Step
Yeah,
Up.
I can't watch something called Step Up though.
Bruh. Hey, the first Step Up movie hit. That was good.
For its time,
Yeah.
it definitely didn't hold up now. Like you
Well,
got
that'd be-
served. All
yeah,
those songs
that-
are trash, or movies are trash now.
Are they trash or they just they had their moment?
They're trash now. Like if you rewatch it,
If you've never seen, you guys know it's too much in the time.
yeah,
Like it's not. It doesn't survive the time because it's too much in the time.
yeah.
Stomp the Yard kind of test the time.
Uh-uh.
Like those.
No crumping. No,
Hey, those
absolutely not.
universities still do that. It's part of their culture.
Stepping. Nah, I
Yeah.
can't. Nah, it definitely.
I think
doesn't hold
it's
up for
more
me.
relevant than Stomp the Yard. I mean, it's more relevant than
You got
Got
served?
Served. Yeah,
Yeah, I would definitely. It's more realistic too.
yeah.
Nobody out here break dancing for money. Like, what are we talking about? But yeah. All right, switching into sports. We got I guess the last episode of The Last Dance. Jose, you say you watched it, right? You watched it a couple times.
Yeah, I'm a connoisseur of Michael Jordan content.
That's crazy. What did you think about it? Did you learn anything new?
Well, it's more of like you get to feel the Michael Jordan vibe if we're talking about it, like future. You don't like since I'm a wee young lad. I didn't get to live the Michael Jordan experience. I didn't get to see him actually like play games. So you get to really feel like, man, he was like really as big of a dick as everyone says he was. But it ended up working out for him because every time he was a dick to someone, apparently they ended up playing better in some way.
Yeah.
And the team was just incredible. You could learn about Phil Jackson and how he handles shit. Dennis Rodman still up to no good doing stuff. That's fun to see. All the behind the scene film is cool to see. And just learning about Jordan as a whole and Pippen and all that good stuff.
Was it Horace Grant that he told not to eat because he played poorly?
No, Horace, Michael and Horace are on the news right now because they're arguing because Michael said that he was a source for this book called The Jordan Rules. And it was like this whole thing. And Horace is like, nah, dog, I didn't do that. And
Yeah.
so it's a whole thing. But shout out to Horace Grant.
Yeah.
Smallest head on the biggest body ever.
There's been a lot of I wouldn't say negative, but there's been a lot of talk when it comes to like the documentation in Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, I feel like it's highlighting other players' performances, even though it's mainly focused on Michael Jordan. You know?
He got dragged in a couple of spots too. There was some portions that he always ended up looking bad in too.
Scottie Pippen? Or-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He was mad about that. He actually publicly said that he's mad how certain things made him look out to be.
Yeah. I haven't read it, but I did see that headline. So
It's not really a documentary either, if we're gonna be honest. Jordan
Yeah.
had a final cut of it. He gets to put in whatever he wants. So we don't get anything like really salacious. He gets to talk about his gambling, he talks about his dad's murder, but
yeah.
doesn't mention his kids. We act like the Wizards thing doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Never talks about his wife or anything like that. And you probably wouldn't get Michael Jordan talking about that since he had to okay everything.
Yeah,
Do you-
that's the best way to do a documentary. You control 100%.
Do you think it's weird that it's the Last Dance and it's supposed to be centered around the team's last game or last season, but it's mainly focused on Michael Jordan, but it's not really Michael Jordan's last dance because he did play with the Wizards, you know?
We just pretend like that doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
It didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Yeah.
Just like Brett Favre didn't come back.
You think we'll
He
get
didn't go
some?
to the Jets.
You think we'll
Yeah.
get some bonus tapes, Wizard edition?
That's gonna be the cut, right? Bonus days. That's gonna be there. You have to get the DVD for the bonus edits.
Yeah,
Listening to Jordan talk though was the best part about it.
Really?
Listening to him tell his stories, and his reactions too. And he is probably one of the coolest guys to hear cuss. Like everything he says, like when Michael Jordan says "ho,"
yeah,
it's like no one else. It's great.
It's great news.
yeah. And do you think, speaking of like that era and how basketball was played and all that stuff, do you think it's time to stop saying like players today can't play in that era and that whole debate? Do you think that should be silenced at all?
I think a lot of players today could play in that era. Yeah.
I think players today are more technically sound than players back then because it seems like they played more bully ball.
Well, because nowadays they're more athletic.
Exactly.
So I think back then, because you weren't more athletic, there was more bully ball.
Exactly.
So, but still, that still doesn't take away that a player with today's athleticism still had to play in bully ball. It's something they're not used to, but I think that's something they will grow to, and they can take it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going, man. They can take the hit. They can take the foul.
Right.
Like I don't know why people are out here talking like, oh, Jordan got fouled. Why people are talking like LeBron can't take a foul?
Like LeBron's huge.
Yeah,
Like I don't understand who's stopping LeBron if he's freight training. You
Yeah.
know.
If he gets fouled, he's gonna get fouled and get his free throws. Like,
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna make them, but you know, yeah.
but I'm saying like he can take it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it makes sense. We're not gonna like progressively get worse at a sport as the year goes on. As we're gonna keep evolving as people, and people are gonna get better. So it doesn't
Yeah.
really make sense.
I think it's more of like an old way of thinking.
Yeah.
It's like hater more than like
Because like all the comments you see are like, oh, he wouldn't be able to go down the lane, he up the middle.
yeah.
You know, back then I'm like, all right, like you act like he can't post up and shoot. But
Like
okay.
they barely shot threes back then. Like it was mainly twos and layups.
You had three specialists. You had 3-point specialists
Yeah.
on your team off the bench. Now
Everyone's a Steph Curry. Like, bro, I don't know. I definitely think like that whole notion is kind of like not really relevant, and it's hard to explain your reasoning if you think that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And then you got the NBA. They're talking about returning June 1st, and they're trying to do like elimination games and kind of like bring something back before they go to the playoffs. Would you be interested in seeing that?
I would, but I honestly have not kept up to date on that because there's been, from what we learned on the NBA and the news and all that, I just want to know what it is. So I'm gonna wait till like the NBA releases their statement
Yeah.
and then kind of go from there and see if I like it or not. But if there is some type of elimination games, yes. If they're gonna use the current rankings, well, they have to use the current rankings. That'll be interesting. I'm curious on what it would be because elimination games is basically what the finals are. I mean, what the playoffs are.
Yeah.
I guess the only difference would be this wouldn't be like a best of series, maybe a one and done, a round robin tournament where you have to be eliminated
Right.
twice. Who knows? I mean, there's a million things they can do, but I don't know. I don't, and it sucks because being a fan, I don't think there's one way they can do it where I'm 100% happy. You?
Yeah, I think so.
What way would you they can do it that you'd be 100% happy with the way they're doing? There's always going to be something. Oh well, the seedings can't be like that because we missed so many games. Or, I mean, I don't know. There's gonna be always something that you feel like they can do different.
I think the elimination round would be cool, and then they lead up to the finals. and then play it maybe best of 4.
So
maybe
when you're
best
talking
of
about
5.
elimination, you're talking about just one and done,
Yeah, until they get to the last 2 teams.
and the last 2 teams plays the finals.
Yeah, like a regular season or regular finals.
I mean, that would be interesting because on
You got to bring your best
Yeah,
for
I mean,
those
that's-
elimination games.
to me, that's why the NFL playoffs are so much better than the NBA playoffs.
Yeah,
In the NBA playoffs, more than not, the better team wins just because statistically, if you have 7 games, you're going to win if
Yeah.
you're better.
and it gives you more time to prep for your opponent the next game if you lost because of this.
Compared to NFL, you say any given Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting. Injuries will play a major role in that.
Yeah.
Even in a traditional series, if someone's injured for the night or just has a tweak on the ankle, they're back the next game, and you take the loss and you come back. But
Yeah.
that doesn't happen in a one and done.
Yeah.
I mean, we should more be concerned about, say, if they're going to do like 5 games to the playoff and then go to the playoffs. Imagine if like LeBron catches a case of the corona and he's out
Yeah.
for a week and he's done for the playoffs right there. If the Lakers lose,
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah.
I agree, and that's why I'm saying like there's nothing that the NBA can set up to where I can say I'm 100% satisfied with the plan, because there's always going to be some little thing that I feel like you can do different.
Yeah.
But you're always looking at it after the plan's made, not making up with it when it's hard to make up the plan in the first place.
Yeah. And then it's because I've heard James Harden, he's not 100% ready to come back because of this.
I don't know if it's real. Did you see those pictures circulating today?
No, I didn't see no
Of James
pictures.
Harden working out,
It looked like a twig.
bro. He looked
For
like
real?
a twig.
Super skinny?
Oh, you saw that?
like
Jose?
KD?
Like I'm
Like
Like,
he used to be
uh,
kind of doughy, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
now,
he definitely was.
now he's
KD.
slim.
yeah, KD-ish, yeah,
Did he get corona or something?
bruh.
Maybe
He looks like skinny.
it's
really?
weird. It's really
I
weird.
saw him and I thought it was Photoshop. Like he lost some weight,
Like 50 Cent with cancer movie?
Bruh,
Like, really?
bruh. I saw that. I was like, nah, that can't be right. Like
Yeah, I honestly thought it was Photoshop.
me too, but
I can't find it.
some good sources posted it, like because they didn't post it with him about the way he looked. They posted it with him working out.
And that's the best way to do it. Don't really bring attention to
No.
be like, oh, y'all noticed that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
We'll see if it's actually good, because now if he gets bumped in the lane,
he's gonna.
who knows? He
can't
might get
find
hurt or
it.
something like that.
Yeah.
But I remember, was it in like gray like sweats and like joggers? Was that the picture you saw? Because he was like running up and
I
down
s-
a hill, and I was like,
No.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
saw
that.
he was the only one, and that's why I thought it was Photoshop.
He was outside or
Yeah,
inside?
outside. But
Okay.
that's why I thought it was Photoshop, because out of like the 7 guys there, he's the only one with the shirt on.
well,
I mean,
yeah,
he is kind of
self-conscious
like out of
bodies.
shape a little bit. Didn't
Bro,
somebody-
he was. I don't
didn't-
know, man.
Didn't Westbrook call him pudgy or something at one point?
Someone did, but he's gonna be. He's gonna. You think he gets fouls now, but he's gonna get some fouls now after that.
I gotta look that up. That's crazy. But
No, I saw that. and That's the first thing I thought when I
Yeah.
said. I'm like, that has to be
Yeah.
Photoshop. Like this is like KD right now.
that's crazy. But yeah, you got people. I guess some players like him, he feels like it should be like addressed before they come back. I guess for safety, I hope, and not just because he wants more time off. But yeah, I think it's gonna be hard to get everybody on the same page in the end. But I'd be interested to see like the game if they were to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking shit, but regardless, I want sports back.
Yeah,
So like, regardless, I want the sports back. Doesn't matter how they do it. I might not be happy with it. I want sports back. So especially sucks when first time in a while the Mavs had a good year. I'm gonna say a good year because anytime you progress from the year before,
yeah,
it's a good year in my point, in my point of view. So and just for all this shit to happen,
and then I know with LeBron coming to like the end of his career, once he steps away, who do you think could be like the face of the league?
Giannis.
Giannis?
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be KD.
I think-
KD's too shy to me. He doesn't really have
He's
that.
got those Twitter fingers.
Exactly. He doesn't have that media like sway like LeBron, you know?
He's gonna be the anti-LeBron because people don't like LeBron. So KD is just gonna be like, "Fuck the media. I'm not gonna do whatever you guys
You
want."
can't be the face with that attitude.
Hey,
Yeah.
who knows? Michael Jordan hated the media at several points.
But nobody could maybe.
no, I think it's gonna be Giannis. Hey,
I don't think it would be Giannis. That's not KD. I mean James
bro,
Harden.
I'm telling you,
He look like an old man.
Bruh,
Hell
I'm
no,
telling
that's
you.
Photoshop. Is he
Bruh.
moving?
Huh? It's
Is
a
that
picture?
okay? Yeah, it's Photoshop. Y'all tripping.
Hey,
Bruh.
like I said, we thought it was Photoshop too, but
Bruh, I'm
apparently
telling
it's
you,
real.
He's not even moving. Like, give me a video. I don't think that's real.
Bro, I'm just
He
telling.
looked
I
like
don't know.
it looked like he was in a cave for 4
That's-
days and 4 nights.
That's a legit Facebook page that has the picture.
Okay.
With he looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway. With the
Yeah,
beard.
like bro, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's Photoshop.
I'd be
Right.
all in for a Castaway with James Harden in it. I want to see him talking to a basketball.
I think as far as face of the league, I think if everything goes well, it could be Zion.
That would be the ideal scenario for the
I
NBA.
think it's too early.
That's why I said if everything goes well. But even with his personality is very like positive. You get that you want to root for him mentality, you know?
Did you guys see that he's that there's talks about him being in He Got Game 2 or whatever?
I
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
saw that.
I wouldn't be interested. Like I think a new movie altogether starring him.
Are you only saying that because they're doing a Space Jam?
Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the Space Jam 2, but like the He Got Game 2, like is he supposed to play Jesus Shuttlesworth or another player?
I don't know. It could just be a remake. It's been long enough.
I would feel like they would just make
Ah.
it Jesus' son and have Ray Allen in the movie too.
And then Denzel as his
As
gr-
an old
It's like
geriatric
grandpa.
coach or something.
I wouldn't be maybe name it something else and then get back to me. But yeah, I saw that. I wouldn't be interested in a He Got Game 2.
How about He Got Next?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I feel like He Got Next as a movie.
Well, you know, you got to just make it more popular than
Yeah.
the other movie we
It
forgot.
feels like a movie.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
feels
you
like a
could,
movie.
a lot of people reuse the movie name and just make it something else all the time, like Rambo. Rambo.
I bet you someone made a Bad Boys movie somewhere.
Exactly. Cops. Like
Frozen.
yeah. So I would definitely that a direction would probably be more interesting than a He Got Game 2 to me. Would
Probably
you-
interesting though, if in that movie. But I don't see Zion being the face of the NBA.
his
For the next-
charisma is just there, you know. He seems very marketable. I could see it.
It's not the point of being marketable right now. Look, you have to be winning.
He will be soon.
Yeah.
Give him some time.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the real deal.
I don't know. I think Giannis will be.
I can't
I
see-
forgot. Aren't you a Zion hater anyways? Didn't you say he wasn't the best player in this draft?
No.
'Cause
He's clearly the best player.
As I remember
draft.
someone I remember on this program that a lot of Zion slander about him being fat.
That was Chris.
Yeah, that was definitely me. I mean,
that was Chris.
he was a bigger James Harden. Yeah. He was definitely a little doughy.
And he still is, but here we are.
He was definitely breaking out the biscuit wrappers. Yeah, he was a big boy.
that was a confident. That was me.
Yeah, he's probably big again too. Speaking of weight, but
Oh hell yeah. The quarantine's been doing him good. He's got a little like blubber in there.
boy headed to vacation super quick.
Dude, so speaking of quarantine and like getting weight on that, they posted a picture of Luca.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
got big too.
got a little
You can
He's
definitely.
been doughy too.
yeah. No. So he basically looks like last year because he dropped like what 15, 20 pounds between last year and this year. So he looks like last year now.
I don't know.
So he went back.
Well, that kid's like 18.
so he can do it easy. He can gain it and lose it.
That sucks though to be so young, so pudgy. I don't know, but this definitely sheds a light on who wants it more. You know,
Yeah.
like what players is like, oh, we ain't got to play no more.
Yeah.
All right.
But do you think that has to do something with different with like say Zion being professional and paid for the first time compared to Luka? He's been paid since he was 14.
No, I think it's definitely comes down to who wants it more, like that competitive spirit. I don't even think
You don't
it's
think that being paid and he's already know what being a pro's about?
he hasn't won though. Like everybody is a pro right now.
What do you mean he hasn't won? He's been in the league 1.5 years.
Okay, so why would he take time off just because he hasn't won anything? He's not accomplished yet. Like, what is your
He's
point
the
here?
most accomplished European player to ever come to the NBA. What are you talking about?
Okay, so because of that, that's
I'm
like-
just saying he's been in the pro like series. He's been a pro for a while.
So are you saying that is like more credence
think-
to him taking time off
I think he understands he needs a break sometimes.
in the middle of what would have been
A forced break. It's a forced break. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think this definitely shows who wants it more, who understands like you're being paid to perform, and whenever things is back up, I mean, this is another reason why it would be interesting to see
Yeah.
like the season. This is more
mean, who
interesting than a
knows? I
regular
mean,
season to me.
He can have light workouts, but because
Light workout.
because the NBA is not going to say, "Oh, we're starting next week."
Yeah,
So I mean, they're gonna give him like 3-4 weeks.
Are you guys going to consider this asterisk, this title with an asterisk?
You talking about like Shaq and Duncan?
I don't think so.
I'm talking, yeah, this condensed season, whatever this is if LeBron and the Lakers happen to win one, are people going to hold this against him?
I wouldn't, because it's not like
I wouldn't, because I don't understand like people's point of view on that, because what that happened in '99, right? And
there's
then
been a lot of
and then it
instances like
happened
lockouts
in
and all that stuff.
2012 when LeBron won his first ring.
Yeah,
But the whole thing is, every team that year went through the same thing.
yeah. It's not like nobody has a leg up on anybody.
Yeah, everyone went through the same thing that year. So yes, you didn't have to do 81 games like the previous years, but everyone did the same thing that year.
Yeah, and then plus, like I said, it's showing who wants it more. So now you have a break. Let's see what you do with the break. You know,
Yeah.
It's not like you're playing all 82 games straight and you're going to the finals or whatever.
Now, I think there will be a lot of questions if they deserve the ring if you have like a one and done tournament.
I don't
Because
see that
I
either.
think because all these teams, they build great teams, so you can, and people are wrestling on it, so you can survive a 7-game series.
I don't,
That's-
think,
I don't-
I,
I
don't
don't-
think the NBA owners would have the balls to do one game.
They don't.
I think they would.
They don't.
I think-
They'll lose money,
Yeah,
but like I said, teams are not built for that one game. They're built for that 7-game series.
I think it's going to be 5-7-7.
You think 5-7-7?
I think, yeah.
Well, the whole thing they're talking about is they don't want to jump directly to the playoffs.
yeah,
yeah,
like a
I
running
think they'll
start,
play like 5 games before.
like a mini preseason, but it counts.
yeah,
or
but it-
finishing it up.
Yeah, because
basically.
there's still like 8 seeds up for grabs. Like the Pelicans are like a half game out of the playoffs or something like that.
I know the Warriors are like a second seed right now.
And plus, you got to figure out the seeding
seed
for
for
the
what?
lottery.
The
From
second
the
seed
bottom,
of
The
bro.
lottery, exactly. Got to get the lottery. And who knows?
They
Maybe
got
those
the best
teams,
odds right now to win.
Yeah.
The lottery.
maybe those teams that are like in the down deeps of the league, maybe they don't even come to Orlando. Maybe they just stay at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess you can even do it like you do. What is it called? Summer League. Hold it in Orlando or Las Vegas.
I heard them talking about Las Vegas as like
They officially today said that it's probably going to be in Orlando, the Walt Disney World thing, where ESPN has it's like the worldwide of sports or something like that.
really
Yeah.
over New York.
Yeah. Well, it's just because
Well,
New
it's-
York's probably not the best place because
Yeah,
of all the
it's yeah.
coronavirus.
New York's
Oh,
one
it's
of the
like
worst
the
cities.
best
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
It's isolated. It's safe, I guess.
I mean,
and
look
Florida's
at
letting them.
Yeah.
Disney also. Like, you can shut down you can shut down the theme park and you're good. And especially since ESPN's owned by Fox, is owned by Disney and all
Yeah.
that, it's just easier.
yeah, okay.
So does LeBron automatically have dibs as the hotel castle or whatever it is? Like he's sleeping at the top of the castle at Disney.
I would think so.
Yeah,
He's
I would
got
think
to,
so,
right?
yeah.
There you go.
Number
Yeah.
one in the West. Like,
He's number one in the world.
He's got the king tattooed on him. So
Yeah.
that's true. How so speaking of LeBron, do you put him top 5 all time in your list?
Yes.
I have him third.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, you have to. His body of work is too good, and eventually he could probably get into second. So,
Okay.
Well, okay, so I'm guessing you have Jordan's number 1, right?
yeah, of course.
Who do you have number 2?
Kareem.
Okay. That's fine. That's a good list.
Yeah, well,
So-
when you literally have to change the rules of basketball because someone is that good,
You
he
got
deserves
Shaq
it.
in there?
Shaq's I think Shaq's better than Kobe, and I think he's in the top 10. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
where do you have Shaq at?
I think he's probably like 7 to 8.
Okay. Do you remember? Was it like? I mean, last time we were here, not even last time. We're talking about Kobe in the top 10, and how Jose didn't have him in the top 10.
yeah,
Or you had him like number 10, right? Or what was it?
Exactly 10.
He had him exactly 10. So some website released a list of them like
I saw
number
that.
10, right?
Kobe was 10.
Yeah.
9.
Guess
Okay.
guess who I get a text by?
Oh, really?
Guess who I get a text by?
Vindication.
Did he
They're
send
like,
you a link?
he's like, I'm not the only one. Yeah.
I had to drop the link.
You know, I'm like-
Vindication.
I'm like, hi, like.
That's crazy.
But I told him the issue we had wasn't that he was number 10, is you had Carmelo ahead of him.
Well,
Okay.
and then you learn when you do like a quick Google of Karl Malone's name, it turns out Karl Malone, not a great guy. Not on the list. He can't not on my list anymore.
So I guess
You
marketability.
didn't know that about him?
You know what? I didn't. I
Really?
honestly I had no idea.
Oh.
I
What did
knew
he do?
he
What the heck
may
did
or
he-
may not have impregnated a 13-year-old at age 20.
I mean,
Isn't that like already kind of facts that he did?
I'm just gonna say it. Allegedly, who knows? Karl Malone might be
I mean,
litigious.
that kid's just getting child support just to get it. Then
He's just a good guy.
he's just a good guy. He's not like Future. He's like, I don't need a DNA test. I'll just
Yeah.
help you out.
And
Let's keep this out the press.
when you live in Utah for like all your life, you know, you start becoming like the people around you, and
I get what you're saying.
and you know, Carl, he likes hunting. He's best friends
Damn.
John Stockton, a small white guy, and it just, you know, he's not on the list, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Paul Pierce left him off his top 5 because he
Left
didn't
who off his top 5?
LeBron
Okay,
because he didn't build a dynasty.
hater, bro. He's just a
You know,
hater.
yeah, I love Paul Pierce, but he's a bitter Barry.
He
Yeah.
says the most like outlandish things though.
But you know what? Like, I don't agree with Paul Pierce on half the stuff he says, but I like him the way he does his analysis because I feel like he says what he wants. He's not holding
literally
back.
does, yeah.
He's not holding back. If he feels like I don't care what y'all think, this is what I think. So that's why I listen to his discussions. I don't agree with him 50% of the time, but I'm like, there's not a lot of people in the broadcasting world. He just says whatever he wants.
But it's not really just saying what you want. It's just like ridiculous at times though.
yeah, it is ridiculous at times. But you know what? That's what he thinks. Let him.
Like I forgot his name.
I think
what-
he's in the pre-Stephen A. Smith stage.
You think
Before
so?
before Stephen A. Smith really got cooking, he was just some guy that we were all just talking shit about for dumb takes. Now Stephen A's got that credibility that he's been
Yeah.
there for a while. Paul Pierce is in that stage
I
right now.
can't. See
I
him being
didn't
like
see
that.
his list. I know Jordan was on there. Kareem was on there. Who? I don't know what other three
He probably
people-
has Bill Russell up there. I
Probably.
would assume. I mean,
Knowing Paul Pierce, he might have had Oscar Robinson up there too.
that's the funniest thing that all old wash guys
He
think
ha-
that Oscar Robinson's that
Yeah,
good.
Michael Jordan, Kareem, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, and Kobe Bryant.
I mean, that's a solid list. But LeBron is better than Magic Johnson.
I think he's better than Kobe.
Yeah,
I definitely think he
I think
is.
it's better, but that's a better argument. I don't think it's much an argument of him versus Magic.
I would hear
Yeah.
I hear LeBron Kobe matchups. I'll listen to that more than LeBron Jordan or Kareem LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. And then switching to football, the only topic we can really discuss that's crazy.
want to talk about
This
that.
this is the favorite topic of Turn Up the Mic.
Dak
Yes,
Prescott.
yes, his contract every week. Let's
Bruh,
go.
So look,
Start
so
it up.
one thing. So follow us on IG because one thing we're doing now is every weekday, Monday through Friday, we have some type of poll.
Yeah,
Right. So was it Friday's poll was should Dallas pay Dak? We had like was it 35 votes, right?
yeah.
Only 2 said pay him.
Really?
Only 2, and 1 vote came from that man.
Oh, you said pay him?
Of
Yes.
course. I love all this stuff. I love all of this drama that's happening.
I like it too, though.
it's so good. I love because
Loving
here-
the drama doesn't mean you pay him.
no, but here's the thing. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are the one leaking all this information.
Of
You really
course.
think they
I-
leaked what was said about if they can't afford me, send me to a team that does?
He said
Yes,
that.
Yes.
Dak said that.
That was
allegedly.
allegedly leaked conversation. Now,
I don't believe that whatsoever.
it came from ESPN. So
I think the Cowboys are planting all these sources. For example, I don't think that he actually got that 5 years, 147.
no,
whatever
that was legit reported.
So he
I-
wants
that was-
45.
and I can tell you that his people have already said that has not happened.
I heard that too. I think
I-
Cowboys said that wasn't true either.
I don't think he would reject that first of all, and I just think that the Cowboys are trying to stir up this thing like, why are we gonna pay him top money? He's not a top
So-
quarterback.
He's supposedly he's been offered to be the highest paid quarterback in NFL,
Yeah,
but it's not hitting the number that he wants. But it's already making him the top paid. Like for me, at that point is okay. You have this number in your head, but we're already pushing the limit for you by making you the highest paid.
and I think it's weird that he's factoring in future money.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a little weird. You
Yeah.
know?
So supposedly the issue is what sizes are. Say Cowboys are from 35 a year, right?
Yeah.
That's the target mark. But in his last year, he wants 45.
Yeah, I heard that.
So it's so you have to add 10 million to whatever it is, or a signing bonus, or whatever it is. In his last year, he wants that 45.
I can tell you why. Because
he's not going to be good after 5 years.
In that fifth or fourth year, they're deciding over it is when the CBA ends.
Yeah.
So when the CBA ends, all the contracts are obviously going to start going up and up and up because TV.
So that's why he
stations
wants 4 instead of 5.
Because by then 45 for a quarterback, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be nothing, but it's not going to be top.
Oh well, Mahomes is going to get like 60. So,
who
cares?
Mahomes on that rookie contract for what, another 2 years?
Something like that. No,
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
So he wants Russell Wilson money because Russell Wilson's 35 right now.
No,
he's going to get 40, and he's going to get 40.
That's fine. That's the offers have been there for the 35, but it's like that last 2 years. He wants to bump those last 2 years.
The 2 years are I thought if it was 5 years, he wants to bump for the 5th year.
Depends on like how many years they give him.
Okay.
So if they give him a 4, he wants that bump the last 2.
Like,
like I said, I can't wait for this stuff to happen because all this drama is going to make Dak not want to come back, and then the Jets are going to tank this year, suck. They're going to sign Dak Prescott. I can't.
Who
wait.
else are you going to pay with that money then?
Yeah.
Like you're taking away talent on the field.
I'm okay. You're not going to win without a good quarterback.
that.
You're not going to win without a good quarterback. The Jets don't have a quarterback, and the Cowboys aren't going to have a quarterback.
There's plenty of teams that have a
They
good
got Andy
quarterback.
Dalton though.
No, there's plenty of teams that have a good quarterback and no receivers, and nothing happens.
The Jets don't have receivers now, and they don't have a quarterback, so it doesn't matter.
So basically, you're okay with the losing. You just want to watch somebody play.
I'm okay with losing for a purpose or losing and looking good while losing.
Yo, I'm losing for a reason, fam.
Yeah.
And look, we look good losing.
Huh?
We look good losing.
Hey, if we're losing to get the number 1 pick to get Trevor Lawrence, I'm fine. We can go 0-16.
That's one of those, like, the shot looked pretty,
Yeah.
but it didn't go in.
Like I hit the fence, but you know,
I did everything right.
You had
but
good
it didn't
form.
go-
Good
it's for a
form.
reason.
Hey, that's fine. Like I said, I'll take Dak Prescott if the Cowboys fans don't want him. That's fine. I'll pay him $40 million.
So
That's cool.
if they don't
nah.
sign him, where do you think he can go?
For that money,
Like who's gonna pay him right now in this climate?
I think he needs to do more to get that money from anyone else.
I think he would. I think he's going to get $40 million, no problem.
From who?
I think the Jets would do it. I think the Vikings would do it.
They
over
got
Kirk
cap
Cousins.
space.
Without Kirk Cousins, they just tie up Kirk Cousins, send him on his way, and they just bring in Dak Prescott.
Who's gonna take Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well,
Who
you
cares?
need to get
You
the
can
Jets?
just ship him away. He's on a 1-year deal now.
To who?
you need to care because you got to get Dak.
I'm just telling you. He's on a 1-year deal, Kirk Cousins. He's going to leave, or you don't re-sign him, and you just take Dak. In the Jets, if you have a rookie quarterback that you don't like and you're going to trade in something,
Like I
There you go.
couldn't live with myself to like fight this hard with the Cowboys with all these weapons and then go to the Jets.
the Steelers aren't going to have a quarterback after Big Ben. And Cam Newton's still there. I'd still take Cam Newton over a lot of quarterbacks.
I'm starting to look at Cam like a little over Dak right now too. I knew originally I was like I would take Dak
Andy
for
Don
durability.
Andy Don's liking all this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy
he's-
loves it.
He's in the and he's like, you know what?
Andy's
He's
chilling.
like, I know I got a year or two left. I never had a team like this.
He's like looking at my rollie. It's about that time.
He's like, I can win a playoff game with this. I did more with less.
he probably texting Dak, hold your ground, fam.
He's like, I've been here before. Hold your ground. They'll pay you.
Like they cut me. Oh damn.
I hate to see that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Damn, bro. I guess it's
Shit.
different now.
Yeah. My bad, fam.
My bad, man.
Should have listened to your agent.
Right?
So as of right now, on this date, I don't know what date it is, the 23rd of May.
Yeah.
Would you pay Dak Prescott hit $40 million a year? Yes or no?
I wouldn't.
How many years?
4 years. This is a tough thought. I'll say yes. I do.
I would 40.
40,
Mhm.
maybe 37.
I could see that too.
A little more than Russell Wilson.
He will be the highest paid quarterback in the league. There is no doubt in my mind.
But the thing is, they already offered him to be the highest paid.
They made apparently they haven't. Who knows?
I think
we don't
it's
know
really,
if that's true.
It's weird because they don't tell you what the guarantee is. So, I mean, it
Yeah.
could be the guarantee's like a fraction of that.
Exactly,
And
that
he
could
has
be another
performance
thing.
enhancers to hit.
They could offer him 10 years, $200 billion, no guarantee, and then he's like, no, thank
You
you.
got to
I
do
mean,
trigonometry.
To me, I honestly feel like Dak knows this is going to be his only big contract. I don't see him getting another big one after this.
I think
You don't see him you don't see him like as a backup soon.
Not soon. I see him like as a Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton after 5 years.
Andy Dalton's a backup.
He just became a backup. He wasn't backup last year.
Well, you
I'm
guys
talking
are
about last
talking like he's
couple
going to be a
years.
starter. So, and Mr. Andy, I think
By default, he's gonna be a starter by default.
Oh, sure. I think Dak's going to be the top 10 quarterback. Not
Mhm.
easy.
In 5 years?
Now he's a top 10 quarterback now.
No. I'm saying that's why he wants a big contract because he knows in 5 years he's not going to be a top tier quarterback.
I don't think he's going to just magically fall off a cliff in 5
I mean,
Nah,
you got
he's gonna-
competition coming
every
in too.
every year he's going to drop, not just fall. Every year he's going to drop.
A tick.
So what you're saying is
Yeah.
we've already seen Dak Prescott's peak.
Is he top 5 right now?
I think
No.
this next
Top
year's his
6?
peak and that's it.
Top 8.
When
I
right
would
now,
say he's top 8.
right now he's top.
Well, let's just make a list real fast. Is he better than Drew Brees? Old Drew Brees? I think he is.
I like how you said that. Old Drew Brees.
No, we're
Is
making
this
a list.
last
No,
year?
we're making a list
Persuading the
right now.
witness.
We're making a list for active right now.
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
take Drew Brees over
I'll take Drew
Dak
Brees
right
over.
now.
No, I'll take Dak over Drew Brees.
I'll take Drew Brees over
I'll
Dak.
take Dak.
Would you take Matt Ryan or Dak?
I'll take Dak.
Dak.
I'd take Dak. Would you rather have? I guess Jameis isn't a starter anymore. Would you rather have Tom
No.
Brady or Dak
Dak.
Right now,
right now?
I
Dak.
go Tom Brady.
Now, Tom Brady's stats have been falling.
Would you rather have Tua or Dak?
I haven't seen him.
We haven't
at-
we haven't
yeah.
seen him play. That you can't do that.
Okay, you don't want a rookie then. Fine, fuck you guys.
I'm just saying.
Would you rather
We don't know
have
how he's gonna do.
Fitzpatrick or Dak?
What?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a starter for Miami.
I go Dak. It's
go-
Miami, bro.
Phil Rivers or Dak?
Dak by
I
Phillip
go
Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Man, you know what this
No
tells me?
way.
All these quarterbacks are old.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys.
Damn.
When you list the
Kyler Murray.
quarterbacks,
They old.
Dak, I'd pick Dak over Kyler Murray, and it's not even close.
Huh.
I go
That-
Kyler Murray. I like his little
Oh.
legs. Pause.
That's a good.
Baker-
that's a good one right now.
Baker
like
or
Kyler
Dak?
Murray.
I go Dak. Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't pick Baker, even though I was like pro
Ben-
Baker.
Ben
You're
Roethlisberger? I take Dak.
He's
Bro, they're
injured
all
right now.
old.
He's not.
They're gonna
active.
come back. Yeah,
bro. You know what? There needs to be a new wave.
Yeah,
Like
I
these
think the
are-
new wave is kind of here. I think Russell Wilson could still count.
So
as
for
the new
sure,
wave.
the two I'll take over Dak are Russell and Mahomes, right?
yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Rodgers. I'd rather have Rodgers.
Yeah.
Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins is not better than him.
um,
Deshaun Watson is. Carolina
Ravens,
doesn't have.
Yeah.
Ravens.
So I mean,
Lamar,
that's
I'd rather
4
have
already.
Lamar.
Lamar. So
Yeah.
that's 5 already. I'll take over Dak. So Dak's
I wouldn't take Phil Rivers over.
no. So Dak's number 6, 7.
Yeah, then that's really good. And the Cowboys are not going to find that just laying around.
No, they're not. And that's what I've been saying for a while on the show. That is not necessarily like the value of him. It's the value of him, and you have to count for what's on the market.
Yeah.
There's not anything on the market.
Cam.
No,
You really think Jerry Jones is going to bring in Cam Newton?
Cam.
I mean, you can get Andy Dalton and Cam for half of what
Yeah.
Dak wants.
I think Andy.
Get a little college
Oh.
going, have one play one quarter, one play another.
See, it's funny. People trash Dak, but when you start listing quarterbacks,
Carson Wentz on a healthy day.
I think,
Bro,
I think
healthy
Wentz
day,
is
you mean
better,
just
but
the season?
No.
I think Wentz is better, but Carson Wentz's injuries.
He's so
have
breakable.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? I read something that I had to look up. I didn't believe that he doesn't have a playoff victory.
Wentz?
Yeah.
I don't think he does because he's
He's been injured every playoffs.
Yeah, he
That
got injured,
sucks.
and then this past year, I believe they made the playoffs, but they lost. So,
Yeah. So he doesn't have any playoff victories.
well,
beat-
I mean,
he beat
again, that's
Dak,
not really
though.
his that's not
Not in
really his
playoffs.
fault though.
He got there.
Jared Goff or Dak, it's Dak all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he's 6'7" right now.
Yeah, so like I said, when
But
Cowboys,
you know what? Listing those QBs just tells me, man, if you're a good QB, you
hold on,
you have some value for a little bit. Because I mean, you're there for a while. Like Ben's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers been there for a long while.
someone will
Yeah.
overpay
Drew Brees?
you. Yes.
Drew Brees.
You think this is last year?
Who?
Drew Brees.
Oh, he already announced it. Yep, this is last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm?
So we got 30 for 30 is gonna pick up the mantle.
So speaking about 30 for 30, did you see everyone saying that only because Jordan did it? Now they're working on Tom Brady's shooting like documentaries like that too.
Right now?
That no, once all this is over, he's gonna make one, or his agent or like whoever's his someone that works with him, they're gonna make a documentary about him.
Do you think it could be as exciting as The Last Dance though? Tom Brady's such a nice guy.
I feel so because the NFL is more. They keep more stuff to themselves than the NBA.
But then you're
Like there's a lot
dry
of stuff,
snitching though.
especially Tom Brady. How many times have they been accused of cheating? Like that stuff that that they brush over that they really don't talk about until they're forced.
I think if they make it more about Bill Belichick than Tom Brady, then it would be more interesting. But
No,
I can't see it be
but I
focused
think
on
the
Tom
whole-
Brady.
I mean, I think the whole thing's being focused on their relationship because they had their whole career together.
Well, the real issue is that if they're you said they're making it like soon, we don't have any context to judge this off of because we don't have any time,
Yeah,
and no one's gonna want to talk if everyone's still in the league.
exactly.
That's not going to be as good, and they don't have like behind the scene footage of all this stuff. Like, are you really going to tell me
I
they
mean, you
I
have?
mean,
get
I'm pretty sure it's behind the scenes footage if they have footage of like other teams.
Yeah, you
playing.
can get the Patriots.
Yeah,
to
you can
give
do-
you
yeah,
some
yeah.
footage.
You know, Patriots have footage somewhere. There's records.
I want like in the locker room, Bill Belichick's talking to his players, like Phil Jackson. You'll see him talking to his players
Yeah.
before
But I
games
mean,
and stuff
but if
like
you're talking
that.
about like Tom Brady whole career, there's a lot of people that play with Tom Brady that's not in the league anymore. There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
Bill's not going to talk.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be.
You got to
a
get him on his
while.
deathbed to
Yeah.
get him to talk.
No, but I mean you're gonna have a lot of Brady's perspective on Bill, and I think that's my answer.
I think
Some
it's still gonna
questions
be
on
PC, though.
why he moved.
I'm not.
why
It
he
doesn't sound
switching.
interesting to me. It needs to be more like.
Give me
I
10
would
years.
watch
yeah,
that and then see.
Oh, we'll
more-
definitely watch.
I mean, see like some of the Deflategate and
You think they're gonna talk about that though?
yeah, Tom Brady's. You cannot be Tom Brady and make a documentary and not talk about the bad. You can't.
I mean, that's what
I don't
people said
know.
about Jordan.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if they make it as soon as we think they are, then it's
Just
just
don't
gonna
be
fail.
no 10-part series movie like thing.
Maybe be 12 episodes.
One for each ring. Just give him that. Give him that. One for each ring.
But yeah, before we wrap up, last topic, the rise of OnlyFans. I feel like everybody's doing it now.
To me, the biggest jump was when Beyonce talked about it.
She's not doing it though.
No, she talked about it. She said it's something about what was the quote?
If Beyonce had her own OnlyFans, I think Chris would have just be bankrupt already.
Yeah, like
just take my money,
What-
take
no,
all
what-
of it.
well,
what-
that concludes today's
what is it?
episode.
It was something about like if a man does it, no one would say nothing. Like these women, this is by choice. Basically it's the woman's choice, and they should have that decision. And there's nothing wrong with it because it's pro-choice. Something
She
like
said
that.
this in like an episode or
No,
an
it was
interview?
like a post.
Oh, I didn't catch that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely bubbling. Like I think the more celebrities that are doing it is what's making it
Yeah.
gain
I'm not
popularity.
gonna lie, I look for it on the stock market, see if it's public, but it's a private IP. It's private.
They don't have stocks.
Now it's not a public IPO, so I was definitely gonna invest in it.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't.
It's not a public.
I looked at some.
Why? That's a good short gain. Like it's gonna go up for a couple years and
Okay.
then drop.
I looked at some Google reviews. A lot of people are saying it's like the biggest finesse right now. Like you're paying $50 for 30 seconds and stuff.
Bro, Sauce Walker.
I don't know about Sauce Walker's OnlyFans. Tell me about it, Roy.
Bro, I don't know, but he's making money.
Ah.
He's posting about how he's making. So he's releasing hit records and then making money off OnlyFans,
That's crazy, Roy.
getting the bag different ways.
I would definitely be okay if my girlfriend made an OnlyFans. She just got to pay me like $100 a week of hush money.
Sir,
We're
that's
good.
pimping. Like, what are you talking about?
You define modern pimping.
He said
I
hush
mean,
money.
what is this? What else is OnlyFans? It's just the modern day pimp. It's just a website.
But
That's
hush.
That's
Oh, but-
quarantine stripping.
But what's the
Exactly.
hush money? If you're on there, aren't you like public?
They
Like
just put like a smile emoji over her face.
it would be my hush money for me not to
just
get
get the
annoyed
quarantine
with
max?
it. You know?
Yeah. And then I also saw that people that are like the ones doing the deeds, they're having to wait like weeks and months before they can withdraw their money. So not only are they finessing their fans, it seems like they're also being finessed by the website. I just think it's an interesting time we're in right now.
I mean, but honestly, wasn't this the natural like evolution compared to like technology? Like we were gonna have websites like this regardless.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're right, Roy, and I also think that we need to just mention that Skype had like a 12-year lead on Zoom and fucked it all up. Skype should
That
be
is true.
dominating right now, and Zoom took their bag.
That's weird, right?
I mean, Skype is still worth more as a company.
Well, aren't they bought by Facebook or something like that?
Something.
But I'm just saying, who's using Skype right now? Everyone's
Yeah.
using Zoom.
It definitely is Zoom.
I mean, with Zoom did the smart thing because their first advertisement was to businesses.
Yeah.
So that's a smart thing to do because Like once you use something in the
they're
workplace,
not
don't you know
really-
about it? So you're like, oh, I can use this at home because I use this in the workplace.
and they're not really competing with like personal sites like Duo and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
guess it's a little different.
Yeah, I think Duo is nice, but once it needs to become, but it's hard because Android is Android. You have
It's on Google though.
what Duo?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you have Google stuff installed in Android.
yeah.
Once Duo becomes a pre-installed app, once it's a pre-installed app, then you're gonna have like a big boost.
You
in
mean
it.
like the Apple crossover, basically? Is it on Apple or no? Is it just Safari and stuff?
I mean, it's available on all platforms, Duo.
but it's not pre-installed. Oh, I got you.
No,
Yeah, I did have to
but-
download it on mine.
But since it's a Google product,
Yeah,
it can easily be already pre-installed in like your Android OS.
yeah,
Once you do that, I think there's gonna be a lot more attraction to it
yeah.
because it'll be like the Android's FaceTime.
And it's not really bloatware or anything.
No,
like,
it's
it's a
not.
usable app, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
But,
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, Zoom definitely. I like Google Hangouts better than Zoom though.
I don't follow. I've done Zoom more than all of those.
Yeah.
Is Skype charging you to use it now?
Bro, I haven't used. The last time I used Skype was like 5 years ago. It was for an interview.
Yeah, they
That's
fumbled the
crazy.
bag. That's the classic example.
That's crazy. I guess so. But anyway, if you learn anything from this episode, is to follow OnlyFans on Twitter. You'll get to see a lot of grievances being taken up with the company, and you'll have a enjoyable day. But before we head out, where can people check us out, Roy?
So we rebranded on all social media sites. So Turn Up the Mic on the pages are the same, but it's a different name. So yeah, the search Turn Up the Mic, but all of our content's still there. We are on Facebook still, IG. Have we converted YouTube yet?
No, it's it is in the works.
in
It'll
the
be
works.
up and
Yeah.
going this week.
But this episode will still drop on YouTube tomorrow. And like I said, we're getting everything going and going up from here.
I think this is the first time Roy's actually had to like give a list of things during this part of the show.
Yeah, he's
I
definitely
don't want to confuse people like where to look us up,
he's upgrading things. But yeah, it don't matter where y'all at. Definitely make sure to check us out. Check y'all out later.